Hello, my name is Ramsey Suyama. I'll be your online teacher for the summer. Uh, you may use this as a tutorial for using the online homework site, which is called Webwork. You have a student ID and a password assigned to you. Let's say your name is Joe Navajo, for example. Your login information would be the user would be the same as your student email, which is NAVA, first four letters of your last name, followed by your 6-digit student ID, and your password is just your student ID. Now, keep in mind that you don't use a web email here. You're just using the student's ID for login information. Okay, let's go to the website. This is what the website looks like. You can also access the school's website, and you can log on to the website using the link called Webwork. So you can use the drop down menu if you like. It's under the e-learning. It's kind of hard to touch. If you don't want to, just hit Campus Life. Then the page will load to the Campus Life page, and you just look under e-learning here, click, and you should see the same drop down information. So it takes you to the website. You'll notice something a little different here, that the numbers show up like that as opposed to the syllabus information. So if you need the website off campus, you would use that number instead of the web address. So a couple of things. We have class links up here in Grade and Google Drive. In-grade is important because that's where you find your grades as well as anything that you need updated throughout the time that you are my class. Google Drive, if you click the link here, it'll take you to a place on the internet where notes are available. Usually these are class notes. If we had a class and you missed them, you would go here, go to the notes section. PowerPoint's available as well. Algebra-based physics has notes. You can order it by JPEG or a list if you like. It's all in order from the first day. Okay, so another section over here is the supplemental material, which includes Common Academy and the 5-minute physics lectures. So if you're having any issues understanding my notes or the book, here are 2 more locations for your review. If you guys need help with any homework that I assign, you'll see what that looks like right now. So we're going to go to the practice here. Of course, if you're enrolled in one of these courses, click on the link Introduction to Physics or Algebra-Based Physics GIT 110, GIT 220, and Drafting 250. Okay, we're going to go to the practice. So let's say my name is Joe Navajo with my student ID at 123456, NAV 123456. My password is just my student ID, and this is what you should see. So here we have one homework that's available. It's now open. When you guys are usually doing the homework, it'll say open as opposed to closed and not available. You can still open it, but you won't be able to submit anything. It tells you the due date, so the day and the time for the homework, for when it's going to close. So on the 7th of May, it'll close at 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time. Review. Click the homework that you want to complete. these are the listings of the problems. Let's look at problem 2. So you can see that this is a math portion. Now, the cool thing about this is we're just checking your math. So it's important that you learn syntax while you're taking my class. So if you want to do the math, you can enter in the numbers for the correct answer. I think it's 68.341. All right. So in this one, I'm just going to guess. Let's go 50. And then I have a submit answers button. I wouldn't suggest you hit some answer. I would hit preview answer, so that way it knows what we entered here on the left side and the answer preview. Now the cool thing is if I didn't want to type in 68.341, I can actually have the system do the math for me. So let's say that I say I'm okay with it and I hit submit, and it immediately gives me feedback on what is correct and what isn't correct. The green, of course, meaning correct, and the red meaning incorrect. So let's say I did my math wrong on the second one. Well, I know that I can redo it. At the bottom here, it tells me what my score was recorded, how many times I attempted the problem, what my score for this attempt is versus my score recorded. So each attempt you can have a different score, but whatever is written here on the fourth line is actually what is written to your grade. So if you get it correct, let's say that I accidentally hit the keyboard and I hit submit again, you can see that I get a 0% because they're both wrong, but it already remembered my correct answer from before. So once you hit the submit button, it records your work done. And the bottom here tells me how many attempts that I have. Now, some cases I'll give you unlimited attempts if it's a math problem with some range of difficulty, versus a multiple choice problem where you would only have 2 chances from a list of like 10 words. So the first time you can guess. The second time I wouldn't suggest you do that. So here, let's say that I can't remember what I entered and I just want the computer to answer for me. I can just tell the syntax that I want it to do the math for me in both boxes. See, and it's not calculated, so I can hit the preview and you can see that what I entered was 60.38, but my answer is really a calculated list. So it's like a calculator on its own if it's a simple math problem. And then you can hit submit. So it's not very difficult to get easy math problems. Of course, most problems are word problems, so the math will be a little bit more complicated. Once again, you can look at that problem. These ones are the easier. So here would be a little bit more difficult problem. Show how you can add and subtract mentally. Try these problems with pencil and paper. How many more acres are there in Navajo Mountain than at George Washington Carver Monument? So we have George Washington Carver at 210 acres and Navajo at 360. Now you'll notice there's no Navajo monument there. I'm guessing that's just the short name. 360 minus 210, you can do that in your head. Let's say that you do it and you get 150, and then we try Fort Sumner and Russell Cave, which would be, let's say that you accidentally hit, and you see that that one's incorrect. Oops, and I'm keep getting it incorrect, so I get confused by it. So really I just wanted to do the math for me again. There you go. So each person has a unique set of numbers when it comes to a math problem. and an un or more randomized list of choices when it comes to a multiple choice problem. Well, I hope this helps you in getting used to the setup here. If you have any questions, you can email me. If you go to the homework sets, you can email the instructor, and it'll tell you this right here from is usually your student email. So I suggest that you use your student email for communication. I hope you guys have a good semester. If you have any trouble with anything, please contact me through email.